everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Jamie. I am so happy you are here. Today we are going to color this beautiful picture by Karron. I'll mark where you can buy the PDF for this picture in the description down below. And we are using our trusty Prisma colors that I love so much. Ooh, I'm just so excited to use these. I've been using lots of markers lately and I just can't wait to just dig into these pencils. So let me pick a color palette and some pencils out, zoom in, and we will get started. Alright, I have picked some pencils here and zoomed in, and I want to give a little shout out to Allie J, who asked in the comment section of another video to do a Karron picture in Prismacolors. So this is for you, Allie, and I love that you make suggestions. I love it. Please do put suggestions in the comments. I will try to work them in to what I'm doing. Plus, sometimes I'm out of ideas of what to do, and knowing what you want helps me out a lot. Okay, so I am thinking, oh, I just love her. I am thinking of a very earthy, olivey kind of green. So I'm going to start with my olive green. This is 911, and I'm going to put this in the shadows of the green. I'll do kind of a little bit of each thing, and yeah, well, definitely she's going to be beautiful. So these are pretty thin, but I think we can give them a little bit of something. Making sure that we get those leaves as well. Oh goodness. I hope everybody is staying safe and healthy. We're doing pretty good here. Okay, get this in those leaves as well, make sure in those dark spots. So Karron, she does publish her books, I think, on Amazon, so you can get them on Amazon. I do not like the paper that is in her books. It's very thin and kind of glossy. I don't know. At least the ones I've tried, so I don't love it. So I tend to buy her PDFs, and then print them on the paper that I want. Today I'm just using Michael's Recollection cardstock, just the really cheap cardstock you can get at Michael's. I need to order some more Bristol paper. I like the Nina's Bristol paper. That's thin enough to go in my printer, but I just haven't, so this is what I have laying around. And then she does her pictures both in grayscale and in the line art. You can do either one. I don't think her grayscale is so heavy. I like the amount of grayscale that she does. It gives you some indication where shadows are, but it doesn't overwhelm the picture. So I tend to do her grayscale ones. Plus there's something that's kind of more inspiring about her grayscale pictures rather than it just in line art. But if you don't like grayscale at all, you can get this picture just as the line art. Okay, then I'm going to go to Moss Green, 1097, and we'll put a little of that in there. just light pressure. Prismas have so much pigment and they just work beautifully. You don't have to work hard for this. So if you're really pushing and your hand's getting tired, then you're too tight. Loosen up. Loosen up. Don't want a hand injury from your hobby of coloring, so. Make sure it's loose. If you're still too tight, you can hold your pencil back further. It's harder to be tight when you're holding it further back. Just take some breaths, relax. It's just coloring. It doesn't matter. And if you've bought the PDF, like you have endless supply of this picture, so there should be no worries about coloring it. Ooh. You should be able to just slap some color down there and go for it, because if you don't like it at the end of the day, you can just print another one. Something real nice about PDFs. You can't love everything that you color. There's some things that I color and at the end of it I'm like, ugh. Well, that was a learning experience. But most of the time I like them because it was just fun to do and relaxing and yeah. Something to do besides worrying or stressing over things we can't control, you know? Okay, so we've got some of that, what is this, moss green in there. I like it. Okay, I'm going to grab, this is a line peel, 1025. I'm going to make sure I have that kind of in here. I'm going to make sure my stems all have color. They're kind of thin, so they're gotta make sure my pencil's sharp to get in there. And you can. I've got one more color to add, so I'm gonna leave a little highlight there on the leaf. But I think this is the last color on the stem, so I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that it is all in there. Looks good. So pretty. Pretty. Oh, so pretty. My furnace just came on. It's chilly today. I'm grateful that my furnace is working. It wasn't working there for a little bit. We had to keep like resetting it. Turned out we had water leaking out of it, so it was nice to come and have it repaired. But a strange man in my house wearing a mask, my poor little dog, she wasn't having it. She was like, who is this crazy person? She was having a hard time. Alright. But it's good to have it fixed and to have some warmth. We've had very little snow so far this season, which always makes me nervous. It's like if you don't get it in December, November, December, it's coming in February, you know? So I just have this feeling it's going to be a pretty yucky February for weather, but we shall see, I guess. Alright, get this in there. Okay, and then my last color is my favorite. This is Chartreuse 9.89. I love me some chartreuse, and we need that on these like little highlights. It's just so pretty. Oh my gosh, I love that color. So pretty. Just brings it to life. I love it. I love it. It's just a nice, beautiful, soft, creamy color. And it just brings things to life, I feel. It's just so pretty. What's your favorite color of the Prismas? Because it changes, right? From pencils to pencils. Like, I don't know, there's just something about this chartreuse color that I think is my absolute favorite Prisma color. What's yours? Put it in the comments down below. I want to know. So look how much that just brings it to life. It's so pretty. I might have to add it here and there on the... Oh my goodness, love it. This is so little, it's hard to like stay in the lines, but don't worry about it. If someone's looking at your piece with a magnifying glass and being like, oh no, you went out of the line. Well, you can tell that person to back off. So pretty. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do to all of the, I was gonna say vegetation, foliage, the plant life that is growing on her head. This little piece is a clasp for her dress, and I think I'm gonna make it gold. So I'm gonna keep this, I'm not gonna color this, but all of the stuff that's coming out of her head, I'm gonna color with those 4 colors. So, yeah. Alright, we have all our green done. Let's do the little gold clasp here. Let's see. So for my gold, I have, I use a lot of colors. So I have cream, canary yellow, goldenrod, dark brown, I know this is getting ridiculous, orange, and black if we need it. So I'm actually going to start with the canary yellow, and I'm going to cover everything but the highest highlights. So I am going to leave like a little bit for a high highlight, but everything else is getting this canary yellow. So pretty. You could do this the same as the green, of course. I mean, it's the same design, but I just thought gold would be really cool. So there's our canary yellow. Then we have goldenrod. We're going to take the goldenrod and put it, don't put it all over the yellow, but put it in the shadow a little bit. Leave a little yellow without it. Just light touch. You don't need a lot of this, but it does bring that gold element. I think it really helps add that. So oh, we lost it. What is going on with that? Did I put it in the wrong? There we go. Okay. Alright, so goldenrod in the shadow there. Beautiful. All right, then I'm going to take a brown, the dark brown, and keep it more in the shadows. Darken up that shadow. So pretty. That, I already love it. Okay. All right, then that might be a little, if it's a little too dark, a little too cool, we want to bring a little bit warmth to this gold. So we're going to grab the orange 918 and very, very lightly go over that brown and into that goldenrod a little bit and just bring some warmth to the gold. But it should be very light, light-handed. Oh, my computer's like ramping up. What are you doing, computer? There's no need for you to be ramping up here. Okay, then we take our cream and kind of blend it all together. Go over everything. This is our kind of highlight color and helps us blend it together. Okay, and I want just a little more shadow right here. So I'm going to take the black and just a little more shadow on that one. Maybe right there and right there, where they kind of all come together. And then I'm going to grab my orange again, very lightly pull it out a little bit. I know it seems complicated. I love to do gold. I just think it's really fun, so I've really done it a lot, and maybe we should do a bigger, like another piece that has a lot of gold so we can really practice it, because it's all about the shadows and the highlights and that contrast between the two that really brings gold to life. Okay, so that was our gold. All right. All right, we have lots of green at the top, so I kind of want green at the bottom. So I'm gonna do a different color of green for her dress. So I'm gonna grab Peacock Green 907. And we're going to put that in the shadows. This is a beautiful color. I love Peacock Green. It's like the color of my walls in my art room. It's so pretty. I love it. So we're going to just kind of scribble this in. I mean, I'm not being too precious about it, but I want it in the shadows, everywhere that she's given us those indications with her grayscale. I'm holding my pencil very loosely, like there's just nothing really to it. No pressure, and I'm just kind of scribbling where those shadows are. Okay, this is her hair, so we don't want to color it. I'm gonna look here and see what is the shirt or dress and what is hair and what is skin. Make sure we get the right one. Okay, that's really pretty. All right. Okay, let's see. Ooh, I kind of want to bring in some of that element of the green up top, but this is more of a bluish green. Maybe we'll use the chartreuse in here, but not yet. Let's see. Okay, let's try some celadon green or celadon green. I don't know which it is, if it's a hard C or not, but it's number 1020, and it's a beautiful muted color that I think will look really pretty in here. I don't know if we'll get to put that chartreuse in or not. We'll see. This might just be a little more, I want a little more peacock there. Might just be a little more of a bluish green than you want for that, but we will see. So again, light pressure and just adding this in, going over the peacock green and then feathering it out a little bit. Get to feel like a kid again and just scribble it down there. If you ever notice kids don't care, they don't care. They just love to put the color on the paper. They're so cute. They bring me, like, my little 6-year-old who loves to color. He'll bring me pictures and stuff, and there's just tons of color, and he's just so proud of it. And I'm like, yes, yes, just don't be afraid of color. Put it down, scribble it on there. So pretty. Enjoy it. You know what? We're gonna add some of that chartreuse. I don't care. We're gonna do it. Gonna add some in there. Okay, so I'm going in. Chartreuse. Being light-handed though. And I'm just gonna put it here and there. Ooh, I love that color. Blend it in. Just kind of softly adding it. As long as it's light-handed scribbling, it'll all come out in the blend, right? Okay, I'm gonna go back in with the celadon green, 1020, and get a little bit more of this back. Pull it together a little more. Fill in that. It's kind of a grayish green. It's really pretty color though. Okay. All right, then let's grab a lighter color. Let's see here. I love the pale sage or the gray-green light. I think we'll go with the maybe the pale sage. Need to sharpen it. This is number 1089. Give it a little twist. Okay. All right, I'm gonna add a little more pressure with this one just to help blend and mush all that color that we've put on the page together. Not like we're hurting our hand pressure, but enough pressure that we're kind of seeing the pigment move and blend, okay? But nobody needs carpal tunnel after this, so not too much pressure. We bought flooring for our house. We're gonna be redoing the flooring. It's gonna be a project. My brother-in-laws are coming over President's Day weekend to help do it, so that's exciting. I'm excited for it. We're putting in vinyl. We have laminate flooring right now, and it's broken in places, and it's got bubbles in other places where the floor's flooded. Ugh. I'm way excited. My husband's been working a lot of extra shifts this year, 2020, because of everything. He's a pharmacist and he's just had to work a lot more because he's had to cover people who have gotten COVID, and he's had to work flu clinics, like giving flu shots, and he's been preparing to give COVID vaccines, and so he's had to do extra training to do that. And then now that that's starting, he's gonna have to work extra. But I mean, it's hard for him to be gone all the time, but it's paid for my flooring, so I guess that's a bonus. But it is hard for him and us to have him gone so much. It's hard on the kids, hard on me. Get lonely, get tired of just talking to people under the age of 9, because I don't go anywhere or see anybody, so my husband's kind of it. So when he's gone all the time, sometimes I feel like I'm going mad. My brain is leaking out of my head. It doesn't help that one of our children is autistic, and so he says the same phrases over and over and over again, and so when that's all you hear all day long, you're like, oh my gosh. My brain is melting, I'm melting. I feel like, do we need a little higher highlight right there? Kind of feel like we do, so I might grab cream to put in there. I try to get on Sammy's live chat, but it's hard because she usually streams either on Saturdays or Friday. I don't know if it's Friday or Saturday, but my kids are home on Fridays and Saturdays, and so they're like wanting stuff, and then she films on Tuesdays, which is the only day that my husband is guaranteed to be home. So I'm like, ooh. So it's kind of hit and miss. I don't get in there very often. All right, this is cream. Oh yeah, that looks really nice. You might have to put some more peacock in. It's a little, I don't know, I kind of like it actually. We'll see. We'll zoom out and look at her and see if we feel like we need to blend some more peacock in there or not. It's kind of different, but I kind of like it. Okay. Just kind of, okay. Let's see what we've got here. If we want to, ooh, I kind of like her. I kind of want, okay, I'm gonna grab, this is the olive green that we used up here. I'm just going to put a little of this in the, to darken up some areas. Okay, I like that. Maybe right here. Right here where these kind of folds are. Not too much though. And then maybe behind the hair. Okay. What do you think? Do you like it or not? I'm gonna grab the peacock again and very lightly, let's see. Yeah, I like adding a little more peacock in there. I think that does quite a bit. Okay, let's add it along the bottom here. Sometimes zooming out or like holding your paper away from you helps you get a new kind of perspective on it and see things that you might not have noticed before, or go, I do like it, I don't like it. This needs to be a little more blended. We need a little darker here. It just really helps. So the camera cut me off. It's not very nice. So hold your paper out away from you a little bit, or take a picture of it with your phone and look at it on your phone. Those things can really help show you things that maybe you're not seeing with when you're close up to it or with your naked eye. So yeah. I have a little advantage there because I can look in my monitor from my camera and see. It's kind of the same thing though. When I'm not filming, I take quite a few pictures of what I'm working on so I can really see. And you can go back and delete your pictures. I mean, though, if people went through my pictures on my phone, they'd be like, what the heck? Just, you really like your artwork, huh? Gotta document every process. Like, no, it's just helping me. It's helping me see it. Okay, I like that a lot better. Just having a little more peacock in there. And then let's grab the pale sage and just make sure it's well blended. Kind of do a once over on it. If you don't like something, maybe it's just not finished, you know? You're like, keep going. Maybe it's just not finished. It's not that you don't like it, it's just not finished. Keep going. Okay, that's really pretty. This is going to be a long video because I kind of want to do this in one video, or should we break it up? I don't know. So nice. Okay, let's do her skin. I'm gonna start with, well, let's see, the colors I've picked for her skin. We have dark brown, which we've used before, and then I have some chestnut, some beige sienna, and some light peach. So I think I'm going to start with my darkest colors and then work to my lightest colors. I think that's how I will do this. And we'll do some pieces, and then I'm sure you can take what I'm doing and apply it to the rest of her skin. So let's start with the dark brown and go in the deepest, darkest shadows with this. I love those ears, so cool. These big pointy ears. Pretty. If you were a fantasy creature, what would you want to be? I'd probably want to be like a little wood nymph or something. I'd want to live in the forest and be beautiful. Yeah. Just calm, river running, trees rustling. Oh, it'd be so nice. So be light-handed. You can always come back and darken things, so keep your pressure really light. And just don't be scared. Just put some color on the paper, it's fine. Totally okay. This brown needs to go in all the shadow areas of her face. And Karron gives us good indication with the grayscale. If you're not doing if you're just using the line art, that's fine. You can still find the shadows. But it is a bonus of coloring with the grayscale, is kind of seeing where the original artist was thinking of the shadows would be. Okay, let's do that much. All right, let's grab the chestnut, which is a little warmer, lighter brown. We're gonna go right over the top of the dark brown and fade it out a little bit. Yes, I want her to be kind of woodsy, you know? So right over that dark brown. I really light pressure. Look how far back I'm holding my pencil because I'm not using any pressure. Just want to add that chestnut over the top and then fade it out a little bit. This part of her face is further away from us, so we want it to be more in the shadow. So that's why the shadow comes out further on that side of her face. More of a shadow. Okay, oh, her ear. I have a tendency of forgetting ears, so gotta get that ear. Again, it's more in the shadow, so it's gonna seem darker. It's gonna be good. Just light pressure, light, like a feather. Okay, then our next color that we have pulled is beige sienna. So we just do the same thing, light pressure, go over what we've already colored and then fade in. Okay. Over what we've already colored and then just fade it out. The nose you're going to fade out this way and this way. Then you want the highest highlight right in the middle of her bridge of her nose. And the side of her face is going to be more in the shadow. So we're going to have more. Kind of want to kind of connect those, but still leave a highlight there. I kind of like that. Okay. Then we take our light peach. And this one, we're going to press a little bit more when we're in the darker areas, and then we're going to lighten our pressure as we get to the areas that don't have color yet. See how that ear just kind of comes to life? Let's do this one over here so you can see that. I'm putting a little more pressure in those darker areas and then lightening the pressure as I come to the center that doesn't have pigment yet. Building up some soft pigment in there as well. Okay, and then I might take cream to just kind of finish up that highlight. Okay. Okay. You might have to sharpen your peach a couple of times, your light peach, as you go through her skin. Light peach is one of those colors that I buy a lot. Light peach, cream, and chartreuse are probably the colored pencils I go through the most. Kind of left that highlight area. You can take your cream. And put that in. Okay. Lighten our pressure through here. And then let's grab that cream to add just a little bit more kind of light there. Okay, and then we can go back in with our light peach. I find skin so satisfying to color. I just love it. I haven't been coloring with colored pencils very much on my own lately. This is so nice. I love it. Especially the Prismas. It's like an old friend that you're seeing. You still remember everything about each other. A little old friend. Okay. We're gonna lighten our pressure as we go into this cheek. Light pressure. Light on that chin. And we'll take our cream. We're gonna get a little on that eyebrow bone, the middle of the lid. Oh goodness. Hello, telemarketer. I don't need your phone call this morning. Thank you. My warranty on my car is just fine. Thanks. No, I do not want to stay in your hotel. Just because I stayed in it once does not mean I need to stay in it again. Thank you. Whichever you're calling for. Do you guys get those? I get those all the time. Because you stayed in our, I'm like, that was like 5 years ago. Get over it. Okay, back to the light peach. Ooh, I love it. So pretty. Alright, you guys, that's how you're gonna do her skin. Look at how pretty she is. I love her already. She's like a floating head. She has no neck. But I love her. Okay, you can do it. Take those colors, blend them together. It'll be beautiful. And remember to sharpen your pencil when you need to. Okay. This is gonna be a long video. I'm sorry. Oh, stretch. I'm stretching. Feels so good. Oh, hello, Sophie. Hi. Did you just wake up? How are you doing? Oh, you just winked at me. Yeah? You can go back to sleep? Hanging out in the chair while mommy colors? Yeah, you hanging out in the yellow chair? Oh, it's very nice. You got bed head, you know, bed face. You know, maybe you need to be brushed. Got bed face. Okay, so here she is. She's looking so pretty. I love her so much. Can't stand it how much I love this. Okay, hair. Oh, lips. Should we do lips or hair first? Let's do hair first. Okay. I'm just moving some pencils that I may not want anymore or need anymore. Okay. Let's zoom in on a piece of hair. Alright, we're going to do our dark brown again. So nice. And we're going to put it in the dark spaces back here. I'm going to always move my pencil in the direction that the hair is moving, and I want a sharp pencil. Come on. Just a little twist. Will do ya. Okay. Yes. So much better. So a sharp pencil, and I'm flicking in the direction of the hair. Okay. This hair is like twisting and so pretty. So we're gonna just follow that shading that she's given us. Yes. Get this dark brown in there. Lovely. Okay, then let's take our Tuscan Red. This is 937 and a beautiful color. We're going to flick over the top of that dark brown and then past it. And fill this in a little bit. My goodness, so pretty. Beautiful color. I love it. kind of low on those. Little there. And our bottom piece here. We can do the same thing over her whole head of hair. I'll just do this piece for you so the video is not 4 hours long. It's already gonna be super long. Okay. Ooh, beautiful. Love that color. Okay, then we're gonna go to Terracotta 944 and do the same thing. Flick it in there. This is red, but it has a little more brown in it than the Tuscan does. Okay, beautiful. Okay. All right, loving it. Then we're gonna take, I'm gonna bring this up here a little bit more too. Okay, then we're gonna take our cream because we're using it for everything. We love cream. Cream, cream, cream. It's a beautiful color. Okay, make sure it's nice and sharp. And we are gonna use a little bit of pressure, but we're still gonna move in the direction of the hair. We're gonna blend it out a little bit. Get that nice, rich color. So pretty. Oh, so pretty. I love it. Just brings the color to life. It's like magic. Okay, and then if you feel like you have lost any color or you want something a little darker, you can definitely go back in and add it. So a little dark brown in there. And those like turns. And I feel like this just needs a little more color right there. This is the Tuscan red. Oh. Terracotta. Beautiful color combination. I'm in love. You can blend with that cream again. You can go through as many times as you want until you have it the way you want it. So nice. Okay, so I'm gonna do that with all of her hair. She's gonna look like a gorgeous auburn elf here. I love it. Oh yes, just pops with that green. All right, let me finish her hair and then we will almost be finished. Oh, she's so pretty. Okay, here she is. I want to grab the Tuscan red and put in her lips here. I'm going to kind of put this on the shadows of her lips. Yeah. Oh. Like so, and then I'm going to grab Scarlet Red 923 and I'm going to put that in there. And then I'm going to take the light peach and blend it together. Kind of blend it into the rest of her face there. Beautiful. I think she needs a little bit of color in her eyebrows. So let's grab some Tuscan red and kind of flick it in there. Yeah. And then you could take some dark brown as well. Those colors we used for her hair. I want to kind of use the darker colors because that's how I like my eyebrows. I'm noticing that that's a little bit light right there for what I like, so I'm gonna see if I can put a little more. Just looks a little more milky than I want it to because of that cream color that we blend with. Sometimes things can look a little milky, I guess. So I just want to okay, that's better. Ooh, I love her. Okay, I have one more thing that I want to do, and I want to take that scarlet red that we just used on her lips. And there are all these little dots around the foliage here. Put those dots, and there's a bazillion of them, so it could take a minute. You could use a gel pen for this, but I told myself I was just going to use Prismacolors on this picture. That's what Ali asked for, and so I'm just going to use Prismacolors. No mixed media, so I gotta. You definitely could use a gel pen for this, but this pencil is working just fine as well, and it looks really cool. Okay, 1 bazillion dots later. Oh, she's gorgeous! Oh, I love her. Yes. Oh, it's so nice. And only 1 medium. Look at that. Haven't accomplished that in a while. Oh, there's like, maybe put them in there. They didn't really show up, but that's okay. You guys. I love her. She is fabulous, so pretty. I hope you guys enjoyed coloring this with me and just using Prismacolors. It was really nice to do. Yeah, if you guys have suggestions of something you would like me to color or a medium that you would like me to use, please put it in the comments down below and I will happily do that. So please do that. I hope you guys have an awesome week, a weekend, that you find time to relax, to de-stress, to throw some color around, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! Okay, I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself. I had to use a black pen for the border. I'm sorry. Everything else is Prismacolor.